A very good evening to you all. You're joining us on Prime TV News. I'm Dilani Jaitilaka. Let's have a look at the headlines first. Foreign reserves of Sri Lanka reaching $10 billion. Tax acts will be revised to provide tax concessions. A tense situation in Maharagama Municipal Council. Land deeds of Parliament handed over to the Speaker. US quits UNHRC citing bias against Israel. Now for news in detail. Minister of Finance and Mass Media Mangala Samaravira says the current government has been able to increase country's foreign reserves to $9.5 billion. The minister made the comment addressing a business council held in Colombo yesterday. Minister Samaravira said that the present administration has planned to enhance opportunities for the investors. Accordingly, starting up of new businesses and expansion of existing businesses will be encouraged. The minister pointed out that investments were discouraged during the previous regime due to the economic instability in the country. The minister said that the present government has been able to take a wide range of steps to rejuvenate the country's economic sector. More room has been allowed to private and public partnership ventures.
Ensuring smooth processes in starting up and expanding a business has been a major policy objective of this government by targeted capital allowances which directly reward the investment in capital. Economic stability, as we would agree, is a sine qua non for a private enterprise-led growth model. The government was able to introduce several key reforms towards ensuring long-term economic stabilization. In 2017, Sri Lanka achieved a primary budget surplus for the first time since the 1950s. The Inland Revenue Act came into force on the first with the aim of simplifying and rationalizing the tax regime. This legislation creates a transparent and predictable tax regime, shifting away from the ad hoc tax changes which was there before, basically leaving the minister to decide on the changes in the tax regime according to his whims and fancies, but it is no longer that. Today, our objective is to establish a level playing field which will encourage competition and contestation which would be of benefit to consumers and a competitive economy. In addition to the fiscal policy reforms, the central bank has been successful in bringing down inflation to 1.6% in April this year. Reserves reached a record high level of US $9.5 billion, and credit growth has been managed to a sustainable level. All these developments have set the stage for a takeoff in economic activity and growth. Ladies and gentlemen, a crucial element of the investment decision is ensuring a competitive business climate.
The Cabinet has granted its approval to revision of tax acts to provide tax concessions.
The Cabinet of Ministers have given the approval to amend the Act of Value Added Tax, Nation Building Tax and Economic Service Charges to make stable the government revenue. However, it was identified that certain taxes has to be withdrawn on the request made by certain relevant parties. On the approval made by Minister of Finance and Mass Media Mangala Samaravira, the Cabinet of Ministers has approved the proposal to remove the 15% value-added tax on doctors' consultation fee, channeling fee and professional charges. The nation-building tax from constructions, which were agreed before the August 1, 2017, and foreign exchange transactions unrealized in the central bank. The Cabinet of Ministers approved the proposal made by Nimal Siripala de Silva, Minister of Transport and Civil Aviation, to enter into an formal agreement on aviation services and execute the same according to the agreement made between Sri Lanka and Thailand in Civil Aviation Summit 2017. Revision of Ports and Airports Development Levy with respect to high technical and automatic machines will be made under the approval of the Cabinet. The Cabinet of Ministers approved the proposal of Mangala Samaravira, Minister of Finance and Mass Media, to obtain Cabinet approval for the Gazette notification published under the Ports and Airports Development Levy Act number 18 of 2011 for 70% concession of Ports and Airport Development Levy. Production increase of local big onions will be promoted. Cabinet of Ministers approved the proposal put forward by Minister Amaravira, Minister of Agriculture, to purchase 5,000 kilograms of big onion seeds from local big onion seed producers to cultivate new 1,000 hectares and to purchase more than 2,000 kilograms and store for next season and to intervene marketing 1 kilogram of local big onions from 70 to 80 rupees price to amend import duty to allow for this.
A tense situation occurred at the Maharagama Municipal Council today. Opposition leader of the council, Ruan Jai Singh, has said that Maharagama Municipal Council was the second most corrupt local government body during the Rajapaksa regime. He added that the current ruling party is trying to make it the most corrupt local government body with heinous acts. He pointed out that the current ruling party wants to cut the privileges that need to be given to the people. Member of the Municipal Council, Danushka Ramanayaka, said that the corrupt elements are again trying to wield their influence in the council. He pointed out that Elections Commissioner is acting with biases. The opposition member of the Municipal Council staged a protest against appointing a group of new members to the council. The tense situation erupted when member of the council, Kanti Kodikara, made a statement after the opening of the session. Accordingly, the council was adjourned and commenced again later. The official land deed of the Sri Lanka Parliament was presented to Speaker Karu Jayasuriya by Minister Gayantha Karunatilaka. The land block where parliamentary complex has been constructed extends to 18 hectares. The land block belongs to 3 divisional secretariat areas, Sri Jayawardhanapura, Kaduwela and Maharagama. It is a historical day for Parliament as an official recognition was given to the parliamentary land after many years. The initiative was conducted under the directives of Minister Gayantha Karunatilaka. Legal entitlement of the parliamentary land is in effect from the 5th of June. The Presidential Commission appointed to inquire fraud and corruption at the Sri Lankan Airlines, Mihin Lanka and Sri Lankan Catering sat today too. Deepta Gunawardana of the Company Registration Department gave witnesses before the Commission today. The aforesaid organizations made losses due to the appointment of relatives to the executive positions. The aviation-related organizations received multi-million loss due to nepotism. The Commission had issued an order on the 6th of this month to issue a concise report on the shareholders of the 3 organizations. Accordingly, a concise report relating to the 3 organizations was submitted to the Commission today. Deepta Gunawardana presented a document regarding the changes made in the Director Board of the Sri Lankan Airlines. The examination process pertaining to the alleged corruption and fraud continues. While placing his evidence, Captain Ruan Withanage told the Presidential Commission that the previous Rajapaksa regime recruited a large number of employees when the organization continued to make losses. A mobile service was conducted by the Urban Development Authority at the Independence Arcade, Colombo. The event was held under the patronage of Minister Partli Champika Ranawaka. The mobile service encompassed a wide array of issues including building construction, land deeds and illegal structures. The minister and key officials of the ministry personally attended to the problems of the general public. Chairman of the Urban Development Authority, Dr. Jagat Muna Singha, and Director General of the authority, S.R. Ratnayaka, was also part of the event. Licenses were awarded to the approved building plans under the aegis of Minister. The event has been organized to mark the 40th anniversary of the Urban Development Authority. British High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, James Doris, commends the progress marked in the northern province after the decade-long war. Completing a tour in northern province, the British High Commissioner pointed out that the government has taken a complete array of initiatives to ensure reconciliation in the province and uplift the life of the general public. The British High Commissioner also met the District Secretary of Vavuniya, Somaratna Vidana Patirana. He ensured discussions with the District Secretary regarding provincial development activities being taken place in the Vavuniya district. The High Commissioner appreciated the vibrancy of life in the northern province following the ravage caused by the war. He also promised to extend utmost support from the British government to the people in the north. 2,397 million rupees has been allocated for the development projects in the Vavuniya district this year. The district secretary said that more than 15,000 projects will be carried out under the fund. The Bahrain government has agreed to invest in Sri Lanka. A trade delegation from the Commerce and Industrial Chamber of Bahrain called on Minister Rishad Badiuddin and declared their willingness to invest in the island nation. The discussions between the delegations from the two countries were held at the Ministry of Industries and Commerce. The Bahrain delegation paid profound attention on the gems and jewelry industry in Sri Lanka. Minister Badiuddin told the Bahrain delegation that Sri Lanka is highly flexible over the investments from Bahrain. Minister of Education Akila Viraj Karyavasam says a chaotic situation was witnessed in the education sector during the previous regime. The minister was speaking at a function held at Temple Trees. He added that his administration took measures to provide redress for the prolonged issues in the sector. The event was held to hand over the appointment letters to 350 individuals who were recruited to the Sri Lanka Education Administration Service. The event was held under the auspices of Speaker Karu Jayasuriya. Addressing the event, Minister Akila Viraj Karyavasam said that 4,000 vacancies in the school principal service had to be filled, and he took steps to recruit the qualified people without any political biases. The minister noted that more than 1,000 vacancies of lecturers of the teachers training faculties were not filled during the past administration. While addressing the problem, the current government recruited deserving people for the vacated positions. Meanwhile, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya said that Sri Lanka's education sector buffeted with a range of hardships. A huge internal collapse was experienced in the sector as unqualified people were promoted. The speaker highlighted the results of the progressive measures taken by the current administration will flower in the future. He stated that Sri Lanka is one of the most affected countries with strikes and protests. The new batch was recruited to teach teachers of 35 categories. State Minister V. Radhakrishnan was also present at the event. Mahanayaka of the Amarapura chapter, Most Venerable Kotugoda Dhammavasa Thera, says he will speak with chief prelates of the three main Buddhist chapters regarding the court verdict given on General Secretary of the Bodubala Sena organization, Venerable Galagodatte Gnanasara Thera. The Most Venerable Kotugoda Dhammavasa Thera made the comment when a group of Buddhist monks of the Bodubala Sena organization called on him. Minister Duminda Disanayake has also visited Valikada prison to meet Venerable Gnanasara Thera this morning. While responding to a letter written by Anunayaka of Kotte Sri Kalyani Samagri Dharma Mahasangha Sabha, Venerable Professor Kotapitiye Rahula Thera, Minister of Justice Talatatu Korala has said any individual who would be imprisoned is subject to the Prisons Act. A foreign family met with an accident on the Southern Expressway. Mother and a 4-year-old child of the family died in the accident. The speedy van which carried the family collided with a container vehicle that had been parked on the side of the expressway. Father and son of the family have received injuries. Driver of the vehicle is also in a serious condition. The accident took place at the Kurundugaha Hatakma area during the early hours of the day. The container vehicle had been parked on the road to change a wheel, and the van brought the family collided with it from the rear side. The injured people were rushed to the Alpitia hospital and the woman was no more at her admittance. The victims are from Australia. They were heading to Tangalla. The police say accident caused as the driver of the vehicle had fallen asleep. Meanwhile, a road accident was reported at the Galevela area of the Dambulla Kurunegala main road this morning. A container carrying vehicle has skidded off from the road due to the excessive speed and crashed into a shop and damaged a parked vehicle. The driver of the vehicle was away when the container vehicle collided with it. Funeral of veteran musician Ivo Dennis held at the Roman Catholic Church in Sidua this afternoon. Ivo Dennis was terminally ill for a shorter period and passed away yesterday. He was 86 years old at the demise. Ivo Dennis was highly inspired by legendary musician Sunil Shanta. He has contributed to Sri Lankan music in different genres. He has won awards for his playback singing in movies. That's all we have for you today. You can log on to www.itnnews.lk for more information. Have a pleasant week. Good night.